Hi there, this is Angela from Hemisphere Dancer Wellness and Travel, and today we're going to explore a short beginning level flow. A lot of these exercises are actually preparation exercises for our Pilates mat series. So we're going to begin on our mat. If you'd like to have some props nearby, I always like to have a stretchy band, a yoga block, or a small ball. And we have our magic circle over there, although today we're not going to use that one. So we're going to begin today starting on our hands and knees. And so just setting up with your hands right over, shoulders right over the wrists, hands about shoulder width apart. Legs will be a little bit closer together so that we have hip width apart. We're going to start with a little cat-cow stretch, warming up the back. So we're going to exhale, pulling in our abdominals as we arch the back, and then inhaling as we come into our cow stretch. So what I want us to think about in this a little bit different is I want to think about as I exhale, I'm pulling my low abdominals into my low spine right here. I'm trying to pull this part up instead of arching where I have a lot of flexibility up here. So I want to exhale, pull in there. Inhale as I arch in this direction. I have a lot of flexibility naturally, we all do, in our low back. And so what I want us to do is use our core support and try to soften between the shoulder blades a little more where it's tighter. And then again, we'll come to our cat stretch, pulling in, thinking of low abdominals pulling towards the back of the spine. And then as we inhale, core still stays supported and we soften between the shoulder blades, trying to get a little more mobility in our upper back where we're tighter. We're going to take that again, exhaling, rounding, pulling in low abdominals, and then coming back to our cow stretch one more time, softening shoulder blades. And then from here, we're going to settle in a neutral table back. And so in this position, what I want to watch is that I'm not dipping in my low back. You can see right now I'm trying to drop my low back down. I want to pull my low abdominals in so that this part of my back stays lengthened through the exercises we're going to do now. So just starting simply, we're going to reach our right leg back and we're going to do a little lower and raise and lower and raise. What I'm trying to do here is keep length as much as I can here. And so as I lift and lower, I don't want to dip in my back. Yes, there's a little bit of arching that happens in my back there, but mainly I'm trying to pull my low core in so that the lifting is happening more in my leg and not that kind of movement going on. We're going to take just a couple more on this side. Strong core, exhaling each time I lift to help pull my core in. And then we're going to change to our second side. And so we're going to extend that leg back. We're going to do lift and lower. Again, pulling up in my abdominals, watching that I'm not dipping in that low back. I want to also keep my hips level across, not twisting. Exhaling as I lift. Good, just a couple more on this side. We lift and lift and lift. One more. Good, from here, just bring the big toes together. Sit back into a child's pose stretch. You can reach your arms out overhead if they feel comfortable. Good. And if not, for the shoulders, you can keep them right by the side of your body. And then we're going to come from here to use either our block or our ball for some preparation, some half roll-ups for a little preparation for a full roll-up exercise, one of our mat exercises. So here, we're going to just reach the arms and I'm going to roll back down, toes stay pointing ahead. I want to pull my low belly in, exhale on the way down, inhale here, exhale coming back up. So I'm only coming down to my mid-back or right below my shoulder blades. Exhaling, big C curve, open across the front of the chest. Inhale, exhaling, coming back on up. Good, everybody. We're going to do this just a couple more times in center. Low core pulls in on the way down. Exhaling, inhaling up. And exhaling, rolling back down. Inhaling, coming back on up. Good. So we're going to go ahead and take for our obliques a twisting version. So we'll reach our arms just diagonal to the right and we're going to still roll down, exhaling halfway down. Inhale, exhale, rounding on up. over to the left. Exhale, rounding back down. Inhale, exhale, rounding up. Each time pulling the low belly in, using that exhale to engage that transverse abdominis or deeper abdominal muscles. Rounding in and exhaling again to the left. Inhale, coming back on up. Remembering that if you need to lift the legs on these, that's totally fine. A little lift, but maintaining that same shape will help us build muscle memory. Exhaling down. Exhaling, coming back on up. One more on each side. Exhaling down. And back up. And the last time left. And back. Good. Extend out through the legs. You can remove the ball or the yoga block and just stretch forward. Hands can come to the shins. Reach for the feet. And wherever you are, just hanging, give the head a little shake. No. A little nod, yes. And then coming on up, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to place our hands behind us, turning fingertips away. We're going to work on lifting into a little reverse, modified reverse plank. So we're going to press into the feet, lifting, stretching up, trying to keep the head on the spine so it's lengthening back, not falling down here, not also looking straight ahead. But yeah, exhaling, lower back down. As we lift, we're lifting both hips evenly, exhaling, coming up and back down. Good. Watching that we keep a micro bend in those elbows as we lift so we don't hyperextend. And back down. When we press up, keeping weight in the whole foot. If our legs are not making a 90-degree angle, if they're in here, we want to walk them out away. And down. 2 more times. Pressing, lift. And back down. And one more time. Press, lift, exhale. And back down. Good. From here, extend the legs out, just clasp the hands, give a little stretch for the wrists. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to work on our sit bone balances now. So just trying to sit up as tall as possible. We're going to lean back slightly. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop. We're going to lift the other leg. You can hold on if you need to, or you can reach arms. Holding for balance, and then rocking forward to take a little rest. Again, we'll go ahead and rock back, leaning, right leg, left leg, balance. Keep pulling the low abdominals in, and rocking forward, rest. Let's do that twice more. We're going to rock back, balancing, and shifting forward. Good, everyone. One more time. And rocking back. Good. Keep focus on the low core. The more you put emphasis here, we won't feel it here. If you are feeling it and those balances in your hip flexors, that's a time to come back down. You want to keep that focus in the core. Go ahead, stretching forward over the legs. And then we're going to come to facing forward. We're going to bend both of our legs. So our knees are stacked. We're going to take a mermaid stretch, reaching arm up and over. We're going to stretch. You can bend that bottom arm. And coming up, we're going to grab on to our shin, and we're going to stretch the other way. And again, we'll go over the top. And coming up. Stretching the other way. One more time, and this time we're going to come down. We're going to round forward and come back to the side and on up and stretching away one more time. Then we're going to bring our legs around and sitting off to our other side. Same thing. Stretching over, bending that bottom elbow. Coming up, taking hold of the shin and stretching up across. And good, making sure this hand is out far enough so that as you relax that elbow, that it's not kind of feeling really scrunched in or needs to shift up to your ears, you can leave lots of space in there. Up and over again. We'll go one more time, adding our twist now. So we'll go to the side first, twisting down. Going back side and coming up and stretching over. And we will go ahead and finish there for today, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our mini short flow for beginners. And please make sure to follow us on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.